It was a warm, sunny afternoon on a small farm in the countryside. The farm was not too big, but it had everything that Lily and her family needed. Fields full of vegetables, a barn for the animals, and a small orchard with apple and peach trees. Lily lived on the farm with her parents, who worked hard every day to keep the farm running smoothly. Lily loved the farm. Every day, she helped her parents with the animals. There were cows to milk, chickens to feed, and sheep to care for. Sometimes she would run through the fields, picking flowers or watching the butterflies. She loved the peacefulness of the countryside, the smell of fresh grass, and the sound of birds singing in the trees. The farmhouse was small, but cozy. It had wooden floors, a fireplace, and windows that let in plenty of sunlight. Outside, there were flowers growing in front of the house, and the garden behind it was full of vegetables that her parents grew to sell at the market. But on this particular afternoon, everyone was busy with their work. After lunch, Lily's parents went outside to tend to the fields and take care of the animals. Lily stayed behind to clean the house, preparing for dinner later that day. The kitchen was warm and smelled of fresh bread. As she washed the dishes, Lily could hear the sounds of the farm outside, her father calling to the chickens, the soft clucking of the hens, and the occasional bleat of the sheep. While cleaning, Lily couldn't help but think about how peaceful everything was, but she also felt a little lonely. Sometimes she wished she could do something more exciting. Maybe she would like to explore the nearby forest or visit the town and see what it was like there. But for now, she was content to be at home, surrounded by the farm that she loved. Lily's dog, Buster, was always by her side. Buster was a big, friendly dog with soft brown fur. He loved following Lily around, wagging his tail whenever she talked to him. As she wiped the dishes, she noticed Buster sitting by the window, looking out at the fields. "Are you ready for a walk, Buster?" Lily asked, drying her hands on her apron. The dog wagged his tail happily, as if to say, "Yes, I'm always ready for a walk." After finishing her chores inside, Lily decided to spend some time outside with Buster. She grabbed the leash, and the two of them walked toward the barn. The sun was shining brightly, and a soft breeze rustled the leaves in the trees. It was the perfect day to be outside. Lily's first task was to feed the chickens. She walked into the chicken coop and scattered some corn on the ground. The chickens rushed to eat, clucking and pecking at the grains. Lily smiled as she watched them. She liked the chickens. They were funny little creatures, always moving around in groups and making noise. Next, she went to the garden to water the plants. The garden was full of tomatoes, carrots, and beans. Lily loved watching them grow, seeing how the small seeds turned into big, healthy plants. She carefully watered the soil, making sure the plants had enough water. Buster ran around her, chasing after his favorite stick. Every now and then, he would stop and look up at her with his big brown eyes, waiting for her to throw the stick for him. Lily laughed and tossed the stick into the air. Buster barked happily as he chased after it. As she worked, Lily thought about her life on the farm. She loved it, but sometimes she wondered if there was something more out there for her. She had big dreams, even if she didn't always know exactly what they were. For now, she was happy to be where she was, helping her family and spending time with Buster. Just as Lily finished watering the garden, she saw someone walking toward the house. It was Sam, a boy who lived in the small house down the road. Sam was around Lily's age and had been her friend for as long as she could remember. He was always cheerful, with a big smile and a laugh that made everyone around him feel happy. "Hi, Lily," Sam called as he walked up the path to the house. "Hi, Sam," Lily said, waving. "What brings you here today?" "I was hoping you could use some help," Sam said with a grin. "My mom asked me to bring over some extra eggs, and I thought I could lend a hand around the farm too." Lily smiled. "That's really nice of you. I could use some help with the garden. Do you want to water the plants while I take care of the animals?" "Sure," Sam said. "I love watering plants." They worked together, Sam watering the garden while Lily fed the cows and collected eggs from the chickens. It felt nice to have someone else around. Sam was always helpful, and they got along well. They talked and laughed as they worked, sharing stories about their days. "One day," Sam said, "I want to learn how to build things. I think it would be fun to make furniture or even houses. Maybe I'll be a carpenter." Lily thought about this. "That sounds cool," she said. "I think I want to be a teacher one day, to help kids learn how to grow things, just like I learned from my family." They continued talking as the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the farm. It was the kind of evening where everything felt peaceful and right. Lily was happy to have Sam as a friend, and she felt lucky to live on such a beautiful farm. As they finished up their work, Sam turned to Lily. "How about we make a kite tomorrow? I know a way to use sticks and fabric to make one. We can fly it in the field." "That sounds like so much fun," Lily said. "I can't wait." Over the next few weeks, Lily and Sam spent a lot of time together. Every day after their chores were done, they would meet at the farm gate and talk about everything under the sun. They talked about their favorite foods, their dreams for the future, and the things they loved most about the farm. was easy to talk to Sam. He was always kind and understanding, and Lily enjoyed his company more than she had expected. One afternoon, Sam showed up with a bundle of sticks he had gathered from the nearby woods. "I thought we could make that kite today," he said, his eyes shining with excitement. Lily grinned. "That sounds great. Let's do it." They worked together, bending the sticks into the shape of a kite frame, and then Sam showed Lily how to tie the fabric around it. As they worked, they shared stories about their families and their childhoods. Sam told Lily about his younger brother, who was always getting into trouble, and Lily shared how she had learned to take care of the farm animals from a very young age. By the time they finished the kite, the sky had begun to turn pink and orange with the setting sun. They took the kite to the open field behind the farm and ran, laughing as it caught the wind. The kite soared high above them, its colorful fabric fluttering in the breeze. "I never thought something so simple could be so much fun," Lily exclaimed, her face glowing with joy. "I'm glad you like it," Sam replied. "Maybe we can make another one tomorrow. The farm's big enough for plenty of kites." They spent the rest of the evening running around the field, chasing after the kite and playing together. It felt like the start of something special between them. Lily was happy to have a friend like Sam, someone who made everything feel brighter. One day, something unexpected happened on the farm. Lily was in the garden, pulling weeds, when she heard a loud noise coming from the barn. It sounded like the sheep were in trouble. Lily dropped the weeds and rushed toward the barn. When she got there, she saw a few sheep had managed to escape from their pen. "Oh no," she cried, running to stop them. The sheep were all over the place, grazing in the field and wandering around the farm. Just as she was about to start rounding them up, Sam appeared at the edge of the field. "Looks like you could use some help," he called out. "Yes, please," Lily said. "The sheep are all over the place. I don't know how they got out." Sam grinned. "Don't worry, we can catch them together. I've got an idea." Together, they ran across the field, chasing after the sheep. Some of the sheep were fast, and others didn't want to move at all. But with Sam's help, Lily managed to herd them back toward the barn. They laughed as they ran, shouting at the sheep and trying to outsmart them. Finally, after what seemed like an hour of running and laughing, they managed to get all the sheep back in their pen. Lily bent down, out of breath, and laughed. "That was harder than I thought." Sam sat down next to her, wiping his forehead. "I think we make a great team. I couldn't have done it without you." Lily smiled at Sam. "Thanks for helping me. I guess I should have checked the pen earlier." "Don't worry," Sam said with a wink. We all make mistakes. The important thing is that we fixed it together. They sat on the grass for a while, looking at the peaceful farm around them. Even though it had been a challenging afternoon, Lily felt happy. It was moments like this that made her appreciate having Sam around. One day, Lily and Sam decided to do something fun just for themselves. They had been talking about planting a small flower garden in the corner of the farm for a while, and now seemed like the perfect time to start. The corner of the farm was a little overgrown with weeds, but it had plenty of space for the flowers they wanted to plant. They spent the afternoon gathering tools from the shed and digging small holes in the soil. Sam brought over a bag of colorful flower seeds, and together they planted them carefully, making sure the seeds were buried deep enough in the soil. I can't wait to see how they grow, Lily said, as she pressed the soil down gently with her hands. It'll be nice to have a spot with flowers to brighten up the farm. Sam smiled. I think it'll look amazing once they bloom. We'll have to come back every day to check on them. As they finished planting, they sat on the grass together, feeling proud of their work. The sun was setting, casting a soft glow over the farm. I'm glad we did this, Sam said, leaning back on the grass. It's nice to do something just for fun, without worrying about work. Lily nodded. I agree. It feels good to take a break and just enjoy the moment. The two of them sat in silence for a while, watching the sky turn orange and pink as the sun dipped below the horizon. It was a perfect day, and Lily felt lucky to have a friend like Sam to share it with. As autumn approached, excitement began to build in the village. The harvest festival was coming up, and everyone was busy preparing for the big event. The festival was a time for celebrating the end of the harvest season, with music, dancing, and food. There were always games, contests, and a big feast to enjoy. Lily was especially excited this year because her mother had promised that she would enter the baking competition with her special apple pie recipe. It was a tradition in their family, and Lily's mother always made the best pies in the village. On the day of the festival, Lily and Sam woke up early to begin gathering the apples from the orchard. The trees were full of ripe apples, and Sam helped Lily pick the best ones, reaching high into the branches to grab the juiciest fruit. These are perfect for the pie, Sam said, holding up an apple with a grin. I'm sure your pie will win the competition. Lily smiled, her heart swelling with pride. I hope so. But even if we don't win, it'll be fun to be a part of the festival. They spent the rest of the morning picking apples, laughing, and talking as they worked. The day was bright and warm, and they could hear the sounds of music and voices from the village as the festival preparations began. The day of the harvest festival arrived, and excitement buzzed in the air. Lily and Sam had spent the morning picking apples and baking the pie, and now they were ready to present it at the festival. The village was decorated with bright banners, pumpkins, and ribbons, and the smell of delicious food filled the air. Lily's mother had always been famous for her apple pie, and this year she was letting Lily take charge of baking the pies for the competition. They worked together in the kitchen, mixing the ingredients and rolling out the dough. The warm, sweet smell of apples and cinnamon filled the house as the pie baked in the oven. When the pie was finally ready, Lily and Sam carefully packed it up and set off for the festival. They arrived at the village hall, where tables were set up with all kinds of baked goods, vegetables, and homemade crafts from the local farms. Lily and Sam set their pie on the table, proud of what they had accomplished together. There were many other pies on display, some with crimped edges, and some with beautiful designs made from fruit. But Lily knew that her pie was special because of the love and care she and her mother had put into it. They took their seats at a table nearby, watching as the judges made their rounds, tasting each pie and making notes. Lily felt nervous as she watched them approach their pie, but Sam leaned over and whispered, "No matter what happens, we did a great job. I'm proud of you." Lily smiled at him, feeling a sense of calm. The judges finally arrived at their pie, and after tasting a slice, one of them nodded with approval. "This is delicious," the judge said. "Well done." Lily's heart soared as they moved on to the next pie. It wasn't long before the judges returned to announce the winners. When they called out the names of the top 3 pies, Lily's heart beat faster. "And in second place," the announcer said, "we have Lily's apple pie." Lily jumped up, feeling a wave of happiness. She couldn't believe it. Second place. She and Sam had done it. Sam gave her a big hug, and Lily's mother beamed with pride. "I'm so proud of you, Lily," her mother said, her eyes sparkling. "You've worked so hard." "Thanks, Mom," Lily said, smiling at Sam. "We did it together." As they left the festival to enjoy the rest of the day, Lily felt a sense of accomplishment. It was more than just the prize. It was the experience of working together, of having Sam by her side through the whole process. The sun was beginning to set as Lily and Sam walked home from the festival. They were both tired, but happy after the excitement of the day. The sounds of music and laughter could still be heard in the distance as the festival continued into the evening. But Lily and Sam were content to enjoy the quiet of the countryside. "Thanks for helping me today," Lily said as they reached the farm gate. "I couldn't have done it without you." Sam smiled, his eyes shining with the warmth of their friendship. "It was fun. I think we make a great team." Lily's parents were waiting for them at the house, ready to celebrate their second-place finish. They sat down to a simple but delicious dinner, laughing and talking about the day. Afterward, Sam's family invited Lily's family to join them for a picnic the next weekend. As the days passed, Lily and Sam's friendship grew even stronger. They spent more and more time together, working on the farm, playing in the fields, and sharing their dreams for the future. The bond between them was something special, built on trust, kindness, and the simple joy of being in each other's company. But even as their friendship deepened, Lily could sense that something was changing. Sam had started talking more and more about his plans for the future. He dreamed of moving to a bigger town to learn carpentry and build houses. Lily admired his ambition, but the thought of him leaving made her feel sad inside. She didn't know what the future held, but she knew that whatever happened, she would always treasure the time they had spent together. As winter approached, the weather turned colder, and the farm began to slow down. The fields lay bare, and the animals spent more time inside the barn to stay warm. Lily and Sam spent their afternoons indoors, reading books, talking, and working on small projects. It was a quieter time, but it gave them the chance to reflect on what they wanted for the future. One evening, as they sat by the fire in the living room, Sam turned to Lily and said, "I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do when I grow up. I think I want to be a carpenter." Lily looked at him curiously. "A carpenter? That sounds interesting. What made you want to do that?" Sam smiled, his eyes sparkling. "I've always loved building things. When I was little, I used to make little wooden toys from scrap wood. Now, I want to learn how to build real houses. I think it would be a great way to spend my life." Lily nodded, impressed by his passion. "I think that's a wonderful dream, Sam. You'd be really good at it." Sam's face softened. "I'm planning to move to the big town next year. I want to learn carpentry from some experts. I'll have to leave the farm, but I think it's the best thing for me." Lily felt a wave of sadness wash over her. She had always known that Sam's dream would take him away from the farm, but hearing him say it out loud made it all feel real. She didn't want him to leave, but she also knew that he needed to follow his dreams. "I'll miss you, Sam," she said quietly, her voice barely above a whisper. Sam smiled and reached for her hand. "I'll miss you too, Lily, but we'll always be friends, no matter where I go." Lily smiled through her tears. She knew Sam's dream was important to him, and she was proud of him for pursuing it. But that didn't make it any easier to say goodbye. A few months later, Sam's family began to prepare for their move. They packed up their things and made plans to leave the farm. Lily helped them with the packing, carrying boxes, and helping organize the things they would need for the big move. On the day they were leaving, Lily stood at the farm gate, waiting for Sam. Her heart felt heavy, but she knew that this was a part of life. Sometimes people had to follow their dreams, even if it meant saying goodbye. When Sam arrived, he walked up to her slowly, carrying a small wooden bird in his hands. "I made this for you," he said, handing it to her. Lily's eyes filled with tears as she took the bird. "It's beautiful, Sam. Thank you." "You're welcome," Sam said, his voice soft. "I'll always remember our time on the farm, and I hope you remember me too." "I will," Lily promised. "I'll never forget you." They hugged tightly, knowing that although their paths were parting, their friendship would always remain in their hearts. As Sam's family drove away, Lily stood at the gate, holding the wooden bird close. She knew it would be a reminder of the special bond they had shared and the adventures they had experienced together. Months passed, and life on the farm continued. Lily missed Sam, but she kept busy with her family, learning new things and growing stronger. She took care of the animals, worked in the garden, and helped her parents with the farm's tasks. Over time, she became more confident in her abilities, and she found herself dreaming of new possibilities. One day, while working in the garden, Lily thought about her future. She had always loved helping others, especially children. She remembered the way her parents had taught her how to care for the farm, and how grateful she was for the lessons they had shared with her. She realized that she wanted to become a teacher, someone who could help other children learn and grow, just like she had. "I'll make it happen," she said to herself, smiling. "I'll work hard, and one day, I'll be a teacher." One day, after a long day of work, Lily found a letter in the mailbox. It was from Sam. With excitement, she tore open the envelope and began to read. "Dear Lily, I hope this letter finds you well. Life in the town is busy, but I'm learning a lot. I've started an apprenticeship with a carpenter, and every day I'm getting better at building things. It's hard work, but I love it. I miss the farm and our time together, though. I think about it often. I hope you're doing well and that the farm is thriving. I miss you, and I promise I'll visit one day. Take care and never stop following your dreams. With love, Sam. Lily smiled as she finished the letter. She felt proud of Sam and everything he had accomplished. Even though they were far apart, their friendship would always stay with her, and she felt hopeful about the future.